Hey everybody, Troy Boy here, the Troy you can trust, back with the Walking Dead Most Map video, featuring Father Gabriel in his first introduction to the 6-star era. And I would not leave my kids with this weirdo. Giggity giggity. This is Carl version 2.0, and everything about Gabriel puts him to shame. Another revive has entered the game, which I wish wasn't the case, so we could start getting other types of defenses out there that I would feel be more engaging, but I don't see anything being done about it, so revives and shields I think will be forever the best defenses. If we compare Gabriel to other medics out there from a base stat perspective, is where we will see Gabriel ranked third out of the other medics out there if we were to rank them from highest defense to lowest. These are very strong defense and stats to have, as it allows for nice scaling with weapon and leadership skills. The attack stat I'm not concerned with medic rolls, as his adrenaline rush doesn't even do any damage. Also take note at the top colors who are representing medics in terms of defensive stats, as this can give you that extra survivability when making your defensive teams. Gabriel's leadership skill is 40% defense and 40% HP to all melee, which is the same as Carl's leadership skill, so there's nothing new here for us to really talk about. Gabriel's adrenaline rush is the epitome of what a medic does. We instantly revive somebody to 30% HP. We will then apply a full team heal even to the person that was just revived, giving them 45% HP after being revived on defense. The following 2 turns give him 15% HP, allowing for a total of 45% total healing, with a 30% revive should get you safely to 75% HP. The icing on the cake is taking a book from Mackenzie and cleansing all penalties, which is very powerful, especially when you place 2 recover all penalties on the same team. For Gabriel's active, this creates him to be a major revive-centric survivor. He will revive somebody within execution range, and since he revives first, the person he revived has a chance to also benefit from the AP gained, allowing for that person to use their adrenaline rush when they are revived. 20% AP is nothing special, but if you have 85 AR survivors on your team and someone dead, then turn 3 you can revive somebody, and those 85 AR survivors are sitting at 84 AP come turn 3 before they attack, so that AP gain plus a revive can net you a revive with that person revived to use their adrenaline rush, and any 85 adrenaline rushes survivors to follow afterward. As come turn 3, any survivors that have 76 ARs will be full, so the extra AP will go towards whoever is closest to using their adrenaline rush. So I was really expecting Gabriel to rock this huge FU two-handed cross and just beat the living shit out of people, but a pitchfork is cool too, as there isn't that many top tier pitchforks and we can poke them with the pointy end. Let's talk about this special weapon mod. This might be, what I think personally, a very underwhelming special weapon mods out there, as Gabriel doesn't have a taunt to force this weapon active, as he will probably be with a human shield as well, so even if he had taunt and he taunted, they would just attack the human shield. The only uses I see for this, which is a small case I would imagine, is that if he is the focus of a splash and or collateral damage. As for the weapon mod to proc, he needs to be the primary target of the AoE damage, as if he isn't, then the weapon will not proc. As an example, let's say a splash and collateral damage survivor, such as Brian, targets and attacks Gabriel. Collateral damage and splash damage proccing does some decent damage, but since he targeted Gabriel, Gabriel's weapon can proc, healing his teammates. If Gabriel wasn't the targeted survivor, and Gabriel was hit by the AoE damage from the splash and collateral damage, his weapon will not proc to heal his teammates. So, in my personal opinion, I would just switch it to stun on attack with his weapon. If you go AP down, then you will just get actives used on him and they will just leave him be until he needs to be dealt with. If you go stun when attacking, then leaving him alone can be risky RNG issue if his stun weapon procs turn 1 and turn 2. I would replace the 15% defense with AP when attacking. Whatever crafts you have left, just put it in his HP. If you change his special weapon mod to stun, then you can only get 35 HP, but if you left it as is, you can get his HP to 40%. Combat mods, we're going to go Brick House. We want to be tanky, as this is going to be a defensive survivor, so staying alive is a must. Paired up with others built the same way will make great defensive synergy. We're We're going to go defensive stat for a defensive survivor along with a defense increasing leadership skill. Health combat mod for better survivability and less likely chance to die from bleed and burns. Stun resist so we can make sure we are always gaining AP every attack. AP down if you want Gabriel to bring in more utility and really screw your enemy up for AR usage, or if you want to double down on his defenses and go with Graze. For a more defensive approach, these are both great options. For the wild card, I would go with Confuse or Taunt Resist of your choice. As someone with a kit like Gabriel, he's going to be a high priority target to take out, so a lot of crowd controls are going to be used on him. If Gabriel uses a stun weapon, I would weigh Confuse Resist more than Taunt Resist, but both are still good. Let's go to the team comps. Since Gabriel is pretty much the new Carl, let's put him in 4 defense teams. This team will show Gabriel as our leadership skill, which may bring in heavy reds to attack us, so we use Shield Jesus to counter that. If focus is used, and it won't be for the whole team, we have Gabriel, both Glens, Dante, and Violet with her evasion, making them tanky enough to withstand blows to turn 2. If you bring in a command for turn 2 heal pressure, that is a good option, or if you want to opt into a more defensive approach with Guardian Shields for no damage taken and an AP hit to your enemy along with another healer to the team, then go for Yellow Glen. We have 2 survivors for bonus HP being Violet and Jesus to make sure we can have one of them use their Adrenaline Rush for sustain, and 3 revives because, well, it forces your opponent to bring in Decapitate, which are somewhat exclusive. Having 2 active revives so that neutralizing becomes less effective. This second team is probably my favorite as it comes with Recover Stun, Recover Impair, and Focus twice over, giving you counters to it all. We used Yvette for our Focus and Recover Impair, and if she is the first to be killed, then the enemy will have to deal with a full HP, bonus HP, and defense buff team. With Indomitable Princess or Tyrese, and the use of their actives and Adrenaline Rushes will stagger the enemy enough, making it difficult for them to burst someone down, as they will also be dealing with Guardian Shields. To top this all off, even if you control Lydia and Yvette for their Recover crowd control abilities, Gabriel can do it all in one, making this a very hard team to control and put on a leash. With this third defense team, let's use Dante so we can start using some blues with Gabriel. We will have Mackenzie and Gabriel for double remove all penalties, making them 2 top priorities to deal with. Since that is the case, we use Magna for our human shield so we can offer more protection. Bringing in Violet allows us to have 2 active revive skills in case impairs are being thrown around the team. With this 4 revive in 1 human shield team with plenty of ways to clear penalties, will make this a tough team to plow through. Last defense team, I want to take a bit more of a defensive, offensive approach, so I went with Maim. Gabriel and Lydia for healing, bonus HP, defense buffs, and revives. Jesus, Winter Shiva, and Rick for Maim. Jesus to buy your team some time and damage control. Winter Shiva will lower attacks to make the fight last longer, which will work in your favor. Maim Rick for some offensive pressure, and a nice confused defense weapon for when he takes damage. If he is unable to be killed, or he confuses the enemy team enough for him to be healed or revived, Maim and his healing reduction should win you the fight if the enemy cannot clear it. That's going to wrap up the video on Gabriel. What do you all think of this new guy coming into the game? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, it made you laugh, fortunately, anything positive, please give a nice karate chop, like, subscribe button, make sure to leave a comment down below. Sports greatly appreciated, and on that, I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye bye!